Justin Hammer as the Alan Rickman character.
Yeah,
from
I think
Die
so.
Hard,
I think that's what they're trying to do. He's the Hans Gruber.
And the Hans Gruber, yes. And do we get a great scene of him at the end?
I hope so.
I'm calling it. He's going to fall in the suit.
Welcome back to the break room. A big hello there. I'm Maude Garrett, and joining me today we have the Zach Huddleston.
Hello.
Is that your catch line?
Sure, it can be now.
Hello. You heard it here first. Zach, how does that? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How do we do
Hello.
that? Okay, I like that. And now Hector's like preparing himself. And Hector Navarro.
What up?
No,
Yeah.
oh my God!
So cool.
I remember how you used to do that for like 5 years.
I was very obnoxious. Yeah, absolutely. We hosted a show, and every time it would go to me, I would go, Wazza! And they hated it.
Hated it.
Can you imagine that?
Hector
Two women
Navarro.
hating that? Why? Why would they?
You might remember Hector Navarro from such channels as Heroes Reforged.
That's right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Little plug.
So
Boop, boop.
proper. So proper. Thank you
love
so
that
much.
one.
Happy to be here, Maude.
Yay, let's get into it. We are a little over a week away from What If Season 2. It is our festive drop that we'll be able to watch over the holidays. We don't have to talk to our families if we don't like them. We love that.
For 40 minutes a day. Yeah.
We'll take any reprieve we can get sometimes. And the trailer has dropped today. So Marvel's dropped another little fun What If trailer. If you haven't seen it already, it is a trailer parodying the 12 Days of Christmas, filled with scenes from the upcoming season and new character teasers.
Okay.
So we're going to go through some of the images that we found quite interesting and maybe guess what episodes we think they're from. Now, a little caveat from me. I have done scratch sessions for this 2 years ago for 2 different characters. Can't tell you who, but if you want to guess, put it in the comments below. Who was she? Who was she? So I'm going to
You cannot participate in the
I
guessing
cannot
because you
speculate.
may be familiar with some of these episodes and stories, which is very cool.
Yes,
Great.
and
Very
of course,
nice.
I am not a poker player, so if you are close at all my
Yeah.
face, well,
Yeah,
you know,
I know that.
no secrets. It can be held on this face. So there you go. We're going to be doing some speculating, though, and obviously we want to hear from you when you're speculating as well. There's no wrong answers. There's only right directions. For more in-depth breakdown, make sure you keep your eyes peeled on the new Rockstars channel for a breakdown from Jessica Clemens that will come out
great.
tomorrow. So let's go through some of these episode titles. As a
Okay.
reminder, this is what we believe the episode titles are going to be.
Okay.
December 22, it is episode 201. What if Nebula joined the Nova Corps?
Oh, cool. Okay, that's different than I thought.
Speculate.
It was going to be the Gamora episode right out the gate, right?
So the official
Yeah.
release from Marvel, we're gonna open with the Nebula one.
Okay,
that's
right
episode
on.
one.
This is confirmed.
That's confirmed.
And this was also some of the New Rockstar staff, none of us, but some of the New Rockstar staff got to go to a screening, a press screening. It
happened on
Producer
Monday?
Evan was one of those.
Of episode 201 and 203.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And they confirmed that is the first and the third episode that you saw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they skipped this one, which is what we think is the second episode. What is that, Maude?
December 23, you'll see an episode called episode 202. What if Peter Quill attacked Earth's mightiest heroes? Peter Quill on a bad day?
Ooh, and it's like young Peter Quill. This one was heavily featured in the first trailer, but I don't think we got much footage from this one in the new trailer.
I can
No,
talk
it's
about
hard
this
to
one
tell.
because I got no idea what happens.
Oh.
And I
Okay.
love the fact that it's Peter Quill and not Star-Lord.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, how are we, not to knock Peter Quill, but let me knock Peter Quill a little bit. He's
Sure.
a little bit of a pathetic character. How is he a threat to the Avengers? How
This is What If.
Oh, what if he is? Okay,
Well, and
sure.
and it's like in that first trailer, you could see it was like maybe like it was Peter Quill the age he got taken off of Earth originally.
child
yes, it's a
attacking
little
the
kid.
Avengers?
Peter Quill is in
Interesting.
like a carnival setting, and then this kind of like 80s Avengers show up with Hank Pym and like that era.
Cool,
yeah,
cool,
Evan.
cool.
Yeah, I think the speculation here is that perhaps Ego made contact with him much earlier in
Oh,
life
so
and
he's like-
activated the
He's
celestial
like ego
powers.
powered. He's
Yeah.
celestial powered. Well, there you go.
What
Thanks.
will be
Okay.
interesting is that we have seen a bit of a live action version where Star-Lord does come home to the planet and
Yeah,
we
at the end
see
of
his
Guardians.
kitchen and we get to see his family. So
He's
I'm
eating
wondering-
Magic Spoon cereal. I believe.
Yes.
Not a sponsor, please.
sponsor.
Sponsor the show, Magic Spoon.
Yeah, we're hungry for cereal all the time.
They're like, we got the Marvel money now. We don't need you guys.
Yeah,
we're
we got
we're
that
Magic
Marvel
Spoon.
coin. So yeah,
Okay.
that's going to be that one.
So then episode 3, which was screened.
Yeah, 203. What if Happy Hogan Saved Christmas.
And this one will be coming out on Christmas Eve.
Smart.
Right? The 24th? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Smart
great
of them.
timing.
Smart of them. Yeah. Okay.
And I don't think it's speaking out of turn to say that it's like kind of a Die Hard-ish
Yes.
That'll
Right.
be a lot of fun.
episode with Happy
Yes.
Hogan in Stark Tower. I think that there's a clip in this trailer, to jump ahead a little bit, of Kat Dennings' character. What's her
Darcy
Darcy
Lewis. Dr.
with
Darcy
two
Lewis.
kind of goons
Darcy's my
behind her.
brother's name.
And I feel like one of those goons had a ponytail.
Oh.
Oh,
Which,
that's fun.
you know, the blonde guy in Die Hard,
Hans
the blonde
Gruber.
goon
Yeah,
had a
yeah,
ponytail. It seems like maybe she's been captured, whatever.
And maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves because I think we have some information that we can talk about in a little bit.
Oh,
We're getting
yes.
ahead of ourselves.
Sorry.
Okay. But yeah, everything you said is correct.
Let's
yeah.
get back behind ourselves.
Okay, I like that it's a festive episode though, but episode 204, what if Iron Man crashed into the Grandmaster, aka the lost episode from season 1.
So this is the Gamora with the Thanos armor, and it's kind of Mad Maxy.
Yeah,
and
the
okay.
crazy race thing.
Grandmaster, that was
Jeff
Life
Goldblum?
Finds a Way.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
That was actor Life Finds a Way.
Yes.
Who played that character?
I don't want to give the answer, but I want to lead people there. You know, Jeff Goldblum.
Chef Goldblum, as he's known to his
Yes,
friends.
chef. Do we want to talk about that at all?
I mean,
It'll be a bonkers episode for sure.
I have the action figure of that Gamora, and that
Oh, really?
yeah, they made the action figure of that
Oh, that's so cool.
episode. I mean, really, the action figures that came out were because the show was already supposed to have come out, but they kind of delayed it and
Yes.
stuff.
Oh yeah,
So
pesky pandemics and all of that. Episode. Oh yeah, you go.
Oh, no. Well, there's something I want to come back to, but yeah, please.
We'll come back to it. Episode 205. What if Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper?
That's right. Yep. You thought it was going to be something else? Well, she might end up doing that with the Hydra Stomper as well. I have this action figure. This is Skinny Steve Rogers in the big bulky thing from a carryover from season 1.
And it's interesting that the Sakaar episode, the Grandmaster, is the holdover from season 1, because this feels like the plot of a season 1 episode.
Sure.
Right? There was so much Captain Carter and
Yep.
like Hydra and Skinny Steve stuff in season 1. It's interesting that this was not a holdover. This was a planned season 2 episode.
Yeah.
We think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Episode 206. What if the Avengers assembled in 1602?
Oh, maybe my most anticipated one.
Yes.
I cannot wait for
So
this one.
weird, so
Cannot
fun.
wait.
We got a lot of new footage from this one, we
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
In this. Some new characters, some strange drinking situations. Yeah.
Just clearly inspired by the Neil Gaiman comic book Marvel 1602 that I think is brilliant. It's one of my favorite Marvel comics ever. So really, really smart, no brainer for them to adapt that story. It's
Also,
gonna be great.
I feel like with Loki, you know, it was like, let's time hop here.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of love that time
Yeah.
hopping, but with a what if spin, amazing.
Yes.
Episode 207. What if Hela found the 10 rings?
Why are you smiling so much, Maude?
Oh, you know what? No, I don't want to. Maude already said she can't do a good poker face, but my slow brain just put something together. Maude has a specific kind of accent. There are other people that have
take another
similar
drink. Take another drink, Maude.
accents.
Take another drink. Take another
okay,
drink, Maude.
okay.
Take another drink.
Slow brain.
This
slow
is going to
brain.
be dope because I want more Wenwu stuff. I want more
Yes.
10 rings. I want more
Yes.
like that. Like that's one of my favorite things about the Shang-Chi movie is the opening where they're like, here's this guy who found these things. We don't know how. He's
1,000 years ago, or
riding in
whatever,
on a
right?
horse
Yeah.
and just wrecking shop, and it's super cool.
Yeah.
I love that. So then you pit that against Hela, goddess of death. That's going to be a Wenwu versus Hela. That's a cool fight.
There's such
It's a
like
cool
a
fight.
sense of like different cultural histories
Yeah,
kind of embodied in both those characters.
Because then you have Wenwu, representing this time in Earth's history and like Chinese cultures, but also the Asgardians are active then.
Yeah.
And then going off of Thor Ragnarok, it's like, was Odin with his daughter Hela at the time before he like banished her because she was too bloodthirsty?
Yes.
Really fun, really cool.
Very cool.
Really fun to know stuff about Marvel. What's next?
I remembered something as you were talking. Anyway,
Yeah.
episode 208. What if Kahori reshaped the world? Now, it's spelt a particular way, but the pronunciation is Kahorti.
Kahorti?
Kahorti?
Very
Great.
cool. Very
Just
cool.
want to make sure we're all
Original
on the same
character.
page with that.
People are very excited about it, and I want to say too, like it's been really nice to see when that character was announced, the internet really embraced and go like, "Oh, awesome! A brand new superhero Marvel character that isn't coming from the comic books
Yes.
and is a Native American character, and it's cool that Marvel Studios or Marvel Animation or whatever as a part of their larger MCU machine,
Yeah.
can still be like, but here's an original idea. That's great.
And,
Do more of
and
that.
how fun for those creatives too.
Yeah.
To be able to like plow new ground,
Yeah.
right, and not worry about like any kind of canon or anything like
that's
that.
true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And I think,
Holy,
a, a scope like What If, you can just insert them under any scenario
Yep.
quite effortlessly. It's a really good playground for all that to happen.
Agreed.
Alrighty, episode 209. What If Strange Supreme intervened?
Ooh, is this also a sequel to the season 1 episode with like Sorcerer Strange Supreme, where he went off the deep end, the evil Doctor Strange?
Yeah,
That'd
it
be
feels
cool.
like it. Also, yeah, like
That came out, didn't it?
What's that?
That came out already.
Season 1 did.
Great.
Yes.
Where he went, his entire universe exploded.
Yep, I
done.
know.
Then he got recruited by the Watcher to be on that little team of like interdimensional Avengers,
Yes.
basically.
With Killmonger, as
yeah.
Black Panther, or
Yep.
whatever. Yeah.
Yep. Who then he tried to, but yeah, basically this Strange is still in play, but he's like the
Yes.
only surviving member of his universe.
Also, does that episode title rhyme? What if
Strange
Strange Supreme intervened?
Maybe it's a musical.
Ooh. Oh, that's a
Secret
Whoa!
musical.
Whoa!
I actually have no idea.
What a hot tip!
I
It's not.
do-
It's probably not.
I do love that we're getting these like recurring what if only
Yeah.
characters
Me too.
of like, well, and I guess like they're not only what if, because like Captain Carter obviously
Yeah, but it's
Well,
technically
we saw
not
a live action Captain Carter.
right. But that one wasn't technically the one
No.
from
What
the
if?
animated story that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
But it's still cool that the live action movies are looking at the what if stuff and going, well, that's really cool. We're going to do a version of that.
Yeah.
I hope that at some point in the future, I mean, I want to see Jeffrey Wright as a big CG Uatu the Watcher in a movie, and it's Jeffrey Wright's voice. You know what I mean? That consistency feels like that's another no-brainer. That's why you cast Jeffrey Wright. But I'd also like to see, if they did pull the actual, those versions of these characters in the multiverse and put them in something like Secret Wars or something.
So
That'd
the
be
problem is when you put John Krasinski as Richard Reed
Yeah.
and then they're like,
Re-
haha,
yeah.
Reed Richards.
Yep.
Mr. Richards of the Reed variety. But I want that now.
Oh, you want that?
Yep.
I mean, give him a what if episode. That'd be awesome.
Ooh.
What if he actually played
No.
a full arc?
That's mean. But what if Reed Richards founded the Fantastic or something? You just
Yeah.
do like a whole episode where it's him and maybe bring in Emily Blunt to do Susan Storm.
I want it so bad.
And that's the one 30-minute episode or hour-long special or whatever.
I
but
love
yeah.
like if they did introduce Fantastic Four, X-Men, something like that in
Yeah.
a what if type setting.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a fun way to test the waters, and like they don't
Yeah.
have to fully commit to this
Sure.
being the version of the characters or anything like
Sure.
that. Like very cool.
That's
But-
what the Doctor Strange felt like, is it's sort of not going to commit, but still, playing around, seeing how people respond. So, yeah.
We're gonna go through
We're gonna go through it.
images.
Okay.
We've got some
Okay.
images from the trailer. Let's pounce through these.
You got it.
Alrighty. Who would have thought that we would see Loki again so soon?
Oh.
I mean, this kind of feels like a gut punch for me personally. But anyway, what do we think of the inclusion of Loki's Yggdrasil tree? What could it mean? Is it just a celebration? Is it just festive?
Pull that thing back up. I feel like this is not what actually happens in the show, right? Am I dumb? Am I stupid?
Oh,
First
do you
of
think
all,
this might be a trailer only?
yeah, dude.
Ooh.
Because
It
first
looks
of
like
all,
his Christmas card that he's sending out to loved ones.
True.
the trailer is that holiday-themed thing.
Yes.
And there's, as far as I can tell, there's only one episode that is holiday themed.
Yeah.
And I think because
It
of
has
the-
nothing to do with Captain Carter
Right.
or Yggdrasil or whatever, right?
And the
No.
delay of this show, somebody at Marvel was like, "Oh, if we release this on the Christmas break, maybe families will sit down and watch it." But what is our excuse for that? Hey, there's a one Happy Hogan Die Hard Christmas episode. Let's send let's have some fun with that, and we can almost put the Watcher in a little Christmas Santa hat. Like I feel
That's
like the
cute.
whole season is not Christmas. So that image, pull that up again. Looks like crap. It looks like somebody crappily photoshopped. Look at it.
That's true. The ornaments do look kind
Thank
of
you,
bad. Yeah.
thank you. So people saw this and were like, "What?" And I was like, "Y'all, this is just in the trailer."
Also,
Good
it's
catch.
Personally, too soon.
Too soon
Too
for the Loki
soon.
reference. Well, yeah. Also, the timing of that would have been strange, right? Like they had for them
Yeah.
to have known that, like what was
But
going on
didn't
in
also
Loki.
Loki
if
season
there's
2 also get delayed too? Am I
possibly-
wrong?
It's
Wasn't
hard
it?
to keep all the delays.
I feel like
Yeah,
originally
this was originally supposed to come out early this year.
Right.
this
Yes.
what if show.
2023.
Yeah,
Yeah, so maybe this was going to be the tease that then we watched Loki season 2 end of, and everyone was going to go, "That's just like in What If."
Oh.
We don't
I
know.
feel like that would not have been as great, right? As
Sure.
the way we got the Loki ending.
Sure.
Yeah.
I it's also interesting. I think that's Captain Carter standing next to the
Let's take a
Watcher,
look. Let's
right?
take a
Because we
look.
see a later image of them from the front.
Dashiell, can we enhance that image?
Zoom and enhance? No, we
we
don't
zoom
have
and
those
enhance?
capabilities.
We can't enhance? Okay, great. Sorry. I've always wanted to say that.
I will say that the animation that they use to reveal the tree is very similar to the animation that closes the first trailer, where the Watcher is standing next to Captain Carter, and he's like, let me show you the multiverse or whatever. And it shows the Marvel What If title. So it's possible that the two of them are only here for the trailer.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They just recycled footage from the end of, this trailer from season 1.
In season 1, which it's been a while since any of us have seen it, probably, unless you've recently done a rewatch. But like that final episode is kind of like the meta episode where the Watcher starts interacting more directly with the characters.
Yep.
So like it would be, I don't know, fitting or strange that he would be interacting with another character from the show here.
Yeah.
What if there's like a quick little montage of them skipping through town and then they go to visit Loki and it's like, I love what you've done with the place.
Yeah, nice chair.
He decorated Yggdrasil, the world tree, with
Lights.
Christian Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely sounds like Norse Asgardian Loki to me. Yep.
Yep. Good catch, Hector. Okay. And so, yeah, we do not, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we see any Loki in any of these.
Well,
trailers.
we have this one shot, Dashiell, if you have it.
Oh, that's Loki.
This looks like Loki.
That's our dude.
But it was very, very brief. It was very like,
phase 1 Loki.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we think that what episode do we think that he shows up in at all?
I mean, the Hela gets the 10 rings. We see a younger, alive Odin, right? There's some other images of Thor.
So that's a good guess because the Asgardians might be in play for that one. They might be in play for that episode.
Dash keeps cutting to me. He punches it on
Don't worry about what Dash is doing. Dashiell knows what he's doing. Don't worry about him.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. No, I think, and also to go back to the Christmas episode, if we have a picture of the Happy Hogan at Avengers Tower, what year is that? Is that 2012? Is that 2013? You know what I'm saying? Because when we get to that, the plot of that one was either officially revealed or it's hinted at as being Justin Hammer.
Yes.
Goes and he's the bad guy who's going to try to break into Avengers Tower on a night where there's no superheroes around. So does that mean that the Avengers are there, or is it still Stark Tower?
Yeah.
Right? Is it in between?
He's still in prison, as far as we know,
After
correct?
2010, he's in prison.
Yes.
But he could get out of prison in this universe, and that could be the what if, is what if Justin Hammer gets out of prison, what's going to happen? But in between 2010 and 2012, there's no Avengers yet, but there's a Stark Tower. So it's like, but is this going to be post-Avengers so the Happy Hogan's going to be able to play with Avengers junk? I don't know.
The answer to that is how Salt and Pepper was happy.
Right, exactly. So we'll check that one, but that's not the next image. What is it? What's up, Evan?
We can't. Do we want to skip to the Justin Hammer stuff since we're
Yeah,
on
go
it?
for it.
Let's skip to the Justin Hammer stuff if it's easy to do that. Sure, there it is. There's Justin Hammer.
Great. He's got Iron Man socks.
Iron Man socks.
And this is Sam Rockwell.
It has
Sounds
to
like
be.
Sam Rockwell
Sounds like
voicing
him,
him.
yeah.
If it's not him, they got a really talented
Also,
sound alike.
if we don't get a little dance,
A
in
little
the big
shimmy
suit, come
into
on,
the-
man.
I'm very excited. It seems like it is going to be Sam Rockwell because they're bringing Sam back for something else.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he's rumored to be in Armor Wars or something. Like they're bringing him back.
That's right.
That or was it
Ironheart?
or
the War Machine movie?
Brave New World?
Brave New World.
Oh, he
Captain
might be in that.
America,
He might be in Captain America: Brave New World.
Get him in all of it. Shit, I love that.
bring
I
him
know.
back.
Man, with his
Exactly.
weird spray tan hands, come on.
Yeah. Bring him back. But
I've missed him.
yeah, me too.
I don't even think he went away.
No, he never
still
did.
miss him.
He never
Yeah.
did. So it's the return of Justin Hammer. So yeah, it's about figuring out when in a sort of potential timeline this Christmas thing happens, where it takes place. Originally, fans thought that Iron Man 3 took place in the Christmas of 2012, meaning 6 months after the first Avengers movie. The new MCU timeline book that they just released, also their little timeline order on Disney Plus, says that it confirms that movie actually takes place in Christmas of 2013, which is a year and a half after the first Avengers movie. So, but it is also, when you go back and watch Iron Man 3, he's in LA, he's not at Stark Tower. The Avengers are kind of they're a team, but it's not like we're like seeing them in Iron Man 3. So maybe the Justin Hammer thing could be happening around that time.
Because Iron Man 3 is a Christmas time
It is.
film.
It
so
is.
this could be concurrent with the events. That could explain why Tony's not there.
Yeah.
If Tony's dealing with, that maybe before Happy Hogan gets hurt in a terrorist attack by the Mandarin, which happened in LA, and that set everything off, maybe Happy could be back in New York, where Tony's like, Happy, I need you to go, do whatever.
Yeah.
And
My
then
hands
Justin
are tied.
Hammer attacks.
We're all
I don't
really
know.
busy taking care of something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could you just step in and save the day?
And
Yeah.
wouldn't it be Justin
he said,
Hammer as the Alan Rickman character.
Yeah,
from
I think
Die
so. I
Hard,
think that's
you
what they're
know?
trying
Like,
to do.
got his
He's the Hans
goons,
Gruber.
And yes, the Hans Gruber, yes. And do we get a great scene of him
Yep.
at the
I hope
end?
so.
I'm calling it. He's going to fall in the suit. Probably survive, maybe die, because it's a what if, so it doesn't really matter.
That's right.
But
Kill him.
he's definitely going to fall, and they're going to animate that face of shock on Sam Rockwell, Justin Hammer. They will absolutely do that.
Yeah.
So what? And the thing I mentioned earlier, I wanted to talk about. So there's some speculation. So that Happy Hogan episode is definitely like a play on Die Hard.
Yep.
I've heard rumors that the other episode, the Nebula focused episode, has a lot of Blade Runner
Cool.
Hell yeah.
elements,
yeah.
homage in it. Is there potential that every episode this season
It's based on a movie.
I mean, you already made the Mad Max
Yeah, that's
Sakaar
true.
connection.
That's true.
If that's a little Fury Road-ish, that would be...
You know,
There's not a lot of evidence otherwise. But
but I will say the show is animated by people. I think they live in Los Angeles. They probably do it in Burbank. I don't know exactly where they're located. People who work and live in animation, people who work on animated shows, they're all movie nerds.
Yes.
It would not surprise me if somebody made a connection, some showrunner, and was like, oh my God, every episode of this season could be roughly based on a movie, and let their animator nerds, go nuts on all those movie references. Would not surprise me.
That's not how it's made.
Okay, great. Thanks, Maude. I mean, what? What did you
Shut
just
it
say?
down!
I will say in the Q&A after the press event, the creative team was talking about how they think in either, if not season 2, but in season 3, they're looking to do more like genre specific what ifs, So if the Nebula, Blade Runner, if that's like more of like a sci-fi or noir type deal, I think stuff like that, and then the way that this is like a Die Hard type thing. Yeah. So more swings in those directions.
Okay.
Hey, since we're talking about the animators, can I tell you my nugget?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
got like a really cool surprise thing.
That you're allowed to say.
I think
apparently.
keep it between us.
Okay, great.
So, obviously with animators, you've got like your main artists, and you also have like your background storyboarders and your background
Yes.
artists.
Yes.
So one of the background artists is an Australian guy who did all the animations for Fungeons and Flaggers.
That's so cool.
He had to do a background, and there's a reporter. And guess what she looks like? This gal!
Wow.
So I want
That's so
everyone
cool.
to watch out. Like, peel those eyes back. Let's see
that's
if
so
we can
fun.
spot Maude the reporter in this.
Oh,
that.
how fun.
That's awesome.
It's just
That's so
experience.
cool.
Yeah.
Man, I'd like to be a background cartoon in
He's
something.
drawn you.
What?
Yeah.
In Fungeons and Flagons?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were about to say in What If. Fungeons
No,
is awesome, but that would have been
Hector-
awesome if you just turned to me right now. You're like, you're in What If, Hector. You're gonna be in
Well,
the background. I'd be
don't
like,
put a
what? Maybe.
If he's got to put faces to backgrounds, you just don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
there is a
that's
Hector
true.
running around. How cool is
so
that?
cool.
Anyway,
Just
that
have
was
a
my
whole
little
new
fun fact.
Rockstars crew in the background of
Oh,
some
that would be
Marvel
dope.
show
Yeah,
episode.
That's a
That'd
very
be
fun
great.
fact, Maude.
Yeah.
Other images? Did you have a next frame to pull up?
I guess the 1602, one of the ones that we found really interesting is this one. I originally thought it was, once it pops up, I originally thought it was Thanos, and I think I need my glasses checked.
The other thing that's cool, if I could, I'll vamp on this for a second, is that if it's based on this comic book, Marvel 1602, Neil Gaiman wrote it. The artist was Andy Kubert. It's a fantastic comic book, but those characters in there are kind of a little different than the all-star characters that are in the MCU up to this point. You know what I mean? They had Fantastic Four characters in there. They had X-Men characters in there. So it's going to be interesting to see them taking that world and being like, but we have to use characters that like MCU fans are maybe more familiar with, like a Bucky. Because Bucky Winter Soldier was not... Because I think the comic book came out in like 2002, and Bucky didn't even return as the Winter Soldier until a year later in 2003. I think. So to give you an idea of like what characters may or may not be in play, you still had your Nick Furies and your Spider-Mans and your Captain Americas and your Tony Starks, but there were other characters kind of more involved, and it's going to be great to see them work with that.
It also looked... Oh, there it is.
Hey!
See, that looks...
That's Red
I mean,
Skull.
it looks very Skeletor, but to me, just the lack of nose, it looks Red Skullish.
Dude, he looks like the guy from Fallout.
He
Oh,
does.
yeah.
Walton Goggins from
Yeah.
Fallout.
Yeah.
The
And
sexy assassin.
the whole scene is kind of lit in red, so it's
Yeah.
hard to tell the skin tone, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Now, he's also gigantic and yoked, which is not
Yeah.
something you associate with Red Skull necessarily.
Oh, but you know
Is
what?
that where you're getting the Thanos vibes from that thick forearm?
I think so, yeah.
You know what I'm thinking? If they take... What are you looking at? What's that?
The
Oh,
Gauntlet?
that big.
Yeah.
But if you take the characters that were sort of like, remember Phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Red Skull was there, Hugo Weaving, Captain America: The First Avenger. He had the Tesseract, and he sort of tapped into it to just make energy weapons. What if he had a Tesseract and it worked maybe a little bit more like it does in the comic books, where it's like it grants wishes? Like that's what the Cosmic Cube does. So maybe this earlier, hundreds of years ago version of Red Skull, interacting with hundreds of years earlier versions of the Avengers, might tap into something and get yoked or something.
Is he
More
a
of like
djinn,
a
or he's like on the receiving
no, but
end
it
of-
might be more of like an Asgardian Thor magic-y thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because remember, Red Skull was like Yggdrasil, the world tree. Like it was tied into Asgardian lore, but he just used it for weapons. What if he ties into it and it's more like, now I am like an Asgardian, and gets yoked?
That's a
Thank
pretty
you.
good.
Also, Hugo
Thank
Weaving's
you.
Australian drink.
Hugo Weaving is Australian.
Another scene I'm assuming is from this episode was the kind of Scott Lang cheersing.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of opened the trailer. But I thought what was interesting in that, and in the footage, and Bucky in this image we just saw, they appear to be in their modern costuming.
Oh, interesting.
And so, like, I wonder, right, like,
they just time
Scott
traveling?
in Endgame, yeah. What if there's a little bit, like, Red Skull is out there doing some time traveling. We need the time cop
So they-
and chase him down.
That's fun.
So that's
a
why you
little
have
bit.
like modern-looking Bucky and modern-look. Oh,
Yes.
And that would be the Terminator-esque episode
That's not
if
as
we
fun
were
as-
going in that vein.
Because I think even you can see in the background of when, I don't know if we have the image of Scott cheersing in the kind of pub or whatever, but like it looks like Hope is in the background, also in her modern outfit. And then, Bucky appears to be in a normal kind of MCU canon look.
He looked
Yeah.
unshaven.
Yeah, the outfits look very similar. We'll pull it up here. It's hard to tell exactly if it's like modern or like close, but just like a few degrees off, you know? Because there are these like little cross buckle things that look a little different.
a little
on-
more
on the
Viking, a little more
outfit.
old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky too because the original premise of this comic book is not that they're time traveling superheroes; it's that they're just starting to appear. And in the year 1602, these characters are active, but they're a little bit different. Nick Fury's not the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's the head of England, the Queen of England's security forces. So he's Sir Nicholas Fury. And Peter Parker is around, but he's not Peter Parker. He's Peter Parquois, with like an earlier sounding name, and he's like the squire of Sir Nicholas Fury. So all the characters are there, but again, Tony Stark is not using modern technology. He's using like steam engine technology to make some kind of an armored.
Yeah.
So that's sort of a different take than a 1602.
Which would be funny.
Hey,
Okay.
there we
So
go.
Oh, you know what? I stand corrected. That is not a modern
Oh.
look. That is definitely a classic.
That's an old pilgrim.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an older look, but he's got the color scheme.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe these are characters that are native to the year 1602.
Because
Okay, that's-
otherwise, why
Yeah.
would you pick that exact same year?
Right,
from the
exactly,
comic book?
exactly.
Why not
Do
say
that.
1614 or
Right,
any
yeah.
other range?
It's a different comic book than a time. It's not a time travel comic book, and you can do a time travel Terminator comic book time cop thing. That's not what that is. Okay.
Maybe this will be
Cool.
Scarlet Letter.
Yes.
Maybe this will be
Absolutely. And the letter is the witch, the Scarlet Witch.
Oh.
The Scarlet.
Well, we think. Does she show up in this episode?
I don't know.
We saw some earlier images that look like maybe.
Yeah, when do you think? I mean, we have all the episode titles pulled up. We didn't get any Scarlet Witch really in this trailer, I believe. But when do you guys think that like we would see her? Is she gonna?
I don't
drive
think so. I think she's
anything,
all
or-
Scarlet Witch. I think we're taking a
Let her
break.
show.
We're taking a break on Scarlet Witch for a little bit because she quote unquote died at the end of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. The
Yeah.
next thing next year is going to be Agatha,
Yep.
and I feel like if Scarlet Witch appears in that, they're going to want to save that as a big reveal.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
And
But I mean, we're
yeah.
getting Tony in this, right?
That's true,
Like,
but that's because the Tony story is done. I'm saying this Scarlet Witch, they might be trying to pause.
they're just putting it on ice, so it's
putting it
special
on ice
when we
for-
see her again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then some other characters showing up here.
Yeah. Before we get to that, Zach, do we ever riot here at New Rockstars?
We do, Evan. In fact, we do a specific kind of riot, and that's We Nerd Riot. It's passive and it involves merch.
That was a good segue.
They didn't like it.
That was
Thumbs
a good
down.
segue.
I'm
Thumbs
trying,
down.
folks. I'm trying.
Thumbs down to Evan for that one. Zach tried.
That's what we call an
he
organic transition.
He grabbed that
Seamless.
baton and ran with it. You know,
Yes, our friends at Nerd Riot, which is us. We are Nerd Riot, but where we sell merch, including I have this Later Gator shirt inspired by
that's
Loki,
good.
and our catchphrase on this show. It's got a big old gator on the back. We also got there's a Christmas ornament even for
What?
sale with our little Best Bubs design. We got mugs, shirts, all kinds of beautiful stuff,
Oh, we
including some
have-
stuff inspired by What If. We don't have any of that.
We don't have any of it. But we do have these new Loki things. John was talking about it yesterday, and we have pictures for you now.
that's
Oh, that's
pretty.
sick
Got
as
the
hell.
mug, we got this rug.
Wow.
A mug and a rug.
Mug and a
That's a
rug.
rug. We're going to get one of those for the... We don't have one yet. We're getting one for the office. It's already been shipped.
I
So
can
we
just
can...
hear the score from Natalie Holt when I look at that image. Dun, 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 dun.
You can wipe your feet and think about all your friends living their best lives out
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean?
Without you.
Wow.
on a jet ski.
That was intense.
While you just sit
But-
in eternity.
Also, there was a thing in the script about how, unfortunately, if you try to order it now, it's probably not going to make it by December 25th. That's the
Yes.
we already missed that cutoff. But hey, New Year's gifts for all,
Has
right?
anyone started yet? Not me. Haven't
Started
bought
what?
a
Buying
damn
Christmas
thing.
gifts?
Haven't
No.
bought a
Oh my God, I've been
I'm
on
way
it for
behind.
months. I'm so stressed about it.
What? Wait, you're still stressed? You've
Yeah,
been
dude.
doing it for months?
Yeah, dude.
Then I'm afraid it's not going to get any
Do
better.
you have a lot of gifts
No.
you have to buy gifts for?
Not really, but I'm a terrible gift giver.
Maybe
Same,
you should add
same.
more to
Terrible
that
gift
then.
giver.
I wish. Can we normalize just giving people cash? I would love that.
I know, right? Oh my god.
I would love to receive that, and I would much prefer to give it, but whatever.
Also, gift giving is not everyone's love language.
It's not
so,
mine.
true.
It's
it
not
can be
mine.
exhausting to try and figure that
My
out.
love language, Nerd Riot.
Yay! Can we get
Maud's
that next?
love language is puns. That's
it
what
really
it is.
is.
It
You want to
really
make
is.
my day? Pun in the comments. I'll read them, and I'll like it if I like it. If I don't, then it was bad. Can we get the next image up?
Yeah, if we can go to the Odin one, Dashiell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those 10 rings, those are going to cook the All-Father right there. Let me tell you what. Oh,
Yes.
man, that looks cool. Wow.
I love the look of skepticism on Odin's face.
Yeah.
There. Like, what's about to hit me in the face?
Yeah.
So we were speculating, does Hela already have the rings at this point?
Oh, is that Hela? Whoa.
Because the name of the episode is What If
What?
Hela Got the 10 Rings?
What?
Or could this be a
Oh.
Wenwu character?
Yeah, and there's shots of the two of them together, but Jessica Clemens, who's working on the breakdown right now, we're talking about like whether or not this is Hela, just Hela with the rings, not Hela taking on the Wenwu kind of like dressing as him and
Wow.
also fighting. It's
That'd be
kind
so
of hard
cool.
to tell. The trailer moves really quick. Maude, I don't know if you have any thoughts about this.
None at
She
all.
does not.
Not
None
at
that
all.
she can share. That was not Maude silently protesting.
It's not.
Evan
It's not me.
contributing to
It's
the
not me
show.
knowing nothing. It's me knowing everything. It's me knowing too much. I could answer all those questions right
You're
now.
like
but
a
I'm not.
watcher.
But we were speculating they don't like release cast lists ahead of this necessarily. But like, does Tony Long?
We don't know if Tony Long's coming back. They didn't.
Oh.
They didn't mention that in the Q&A, but they did say Kate Blanchett came back for this for Hela, which is great.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Wong Kar-wai lately on the
Oh,
Criterion
yeah.
Collection. Dashiell knows what I'm talking about. And I would be excited to see that guy come back for anything. He also has a very distinctive, stately voice.
Yeah, he's awesome, man.
He's great.
Also, again, my favorite part about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. But you know what? If Kate Blanchett didn't even come back, I'm sure somebody would be so good at it, and so it'd be awesome. We don't even need him.
She's got Oscars to win. Let
Yeah, for
everybody
sure.
eat, Kate.
She's got
hungry.
she's got Oceans to 8 or whatever she's working on. Don't worry
She's
about
got
it.
oceans to 8.
That's right.
That's amazing.
That's right. So anyway, looking forward to that episode. That's gonna be dope. It'll be
Yes.
cool.
We also see now. It's interesting speculating what episode this might be from. We get a nice full body or full torso shot of Surtur.
Surtur. Let's take a look. Surtur the Fire Demon. I'm sure gonna be voiced by.
Shirts off, Surtur. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean,
That's
it's
doing
a
it for you.
torso.
Yeah, all right.
That's a torso.
I'm just
good.
commenting on what I'm seeing.
I'm sure will be voiced again by Clancy Brown, who voiced him in What If, but also voiced him in the movie Thor Ragnarok. Amazing
Yes.
voice
Clancy
actor,
Brown's
Clancy
great.
Right, I
Brown.
forgot
Yeah.
Great.
that.
SpongeBob SquarePants is Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, and Invincible. Isn't he?
Yeah.
What's his name? Brimstone or whatever. on
Yeah,
Invincible?
Gen V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also in live action and Gen V
yeah, yeah.
and in
Yes.
the John Wick franchise.
Yeah,
that guy's one of those. He's in all the franchises.
He's
Yeah.
Damien Darkblood in
Darkblood,
in
yes,
Invincible.
yes,
That's right.
yeah.
The detective. Cool. He's great.
Right.
Too many things to
I
list.
wonder, do you think Surtur is in the Ten Rings Hela?
Oh,
That
yeah,
seems like
for
that's
sure.
the most Asgardian-ish.
Absolutely. That's what I would think. And I feel like, whether it's Wenwu or Hela with the Ten Rings, probably just going to blast Surtur. It's that thing of like showing the bigger threat to show how it's like the episode in season 1 where Thanos showed up and then Ultron/Vision just cooked them with the Infinity Stones, and people were mad at that. And it's like, no, dude, shut up. That's what these stories are supposed to
whole
be.
premise is.
We're supposed to be like, we're supposed to go, oh shit, when something like that happens.
Because if the stakes on this show aren't greater
Exactly.
than the stakes we've already seen in live action,
Exactly.
why even have this show?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
So
Right,
we've got
Mark?
we've got another image. The Cohortes power. Let's have a look at that still from the trailer.
Cool.
Ooh, now you're going
I
to
like that.
explain why that is so luminescent.
Oh, because we were speculating that this was the Tesseract, right? Is this something that did they go over in the press thing last night, Evan, or can you not say? Because it didn't show this episode.
Yeah, they didn't
right?
show this episode, but this is when they announced this character, they announced the summary of the episode back then, which was God, it was must have been April, I think, when we were.
Yeah.
Well, it was very soon when I started working on the show.
Ooh, do you want me to do
the
the
plot
premise?
synopsis is here if you guys want to read
Yeah,
it.
I'll read it. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
What would happen if the Tesseract fell to Earth and landed in the sovereign Haudenosaunee Confederacy before the colonization of America?
Very cool.
We see more of Cohortes' power, and she can lift a huge creature. Where do we think that this creature comes from?
Oh.
Now,
Whoa.
wow.
That's
So those are
pretty cool.
not,
That's bison.
Yeah,
but
but they're
like super crazy pig
Yeah.
bison.
Yeah,
See,
this
it's
is
funny.
the profile scale. They're much bigger than her.
Yeah, and also in the next shot we see she basically flips that. It's funny in that frame. It's definitely the Cohorte character, but I previously thought that was maybe the Hela character, and those were or Wenwu, and those were in the what's the realm in Shang-Chi.
Oh, Talo. or
Yeah,
whatever
where
it
they
was.
got the
Where there's
lion,
mythical animals.
the Fu lions, and all that kind of stuff.
Here's the other thing I want to point out too. What's really cool about Marvel comics and the Marvel universe is that every culture that has a pantheon of gods that they worship, Marvel makes them all. They're all as real as Asgardians. So just looking at that image, I'm like, what if Cohorte is getting this power from the Tesseract, but it does tap into some kind of a Native American realm or Native American gods? So maybe there's
ancestral plane kind of
exactly
a situation.
Native American creatures that are probably the forebearer to a bison or something like that. That kind of feels like it's very specific culturally to North America. Pre-colonization, I think, could be really cool. So that may be versus those buffalo were mutated by the Tesseract and now they're all big, and this whole episode is a sci-fi premise.
Yes.
There still may be some kind of a cultural Marvel gods side to it.
Yeah.
It
That's
is
all
cool
I'm
to see
saying.
the Tesseract used like that, if it is used like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Well,
For
and
sure.
so do we think pre-American colonization? So we have a 1602 episode, but this is
Yeah.
like a
Before that.
pre-1492 episode.
Yeah, right,
or something like that.
right.
Interesting
Yeah.
that we're going back
Yeah.
in time in multiple of these. That's very cool.
Yeah.
We got one more picture?
Yeah, what a fun one.
A fun one.
Look at this
Okay.
gang. Look at this.
Give us a fun one.
Yes.
Look at
Korg,
these dudes.
Meek, Groot. Oh, I want to
That's
see that.
fun.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Oh, that looks like a support group.
No, they're playing poker or
Like
something.
the
huh?
non-human sidekicks. They have a tough life. They get
Yeah.
2 lines of dialogue or
Evan,
1 word.
Evan, you said at the screening somebody made the rock paper scissors joke.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God, that's what that is.
Yes.
I'm so
Oh my
stupid.
God,
Yes.
Groot's paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And Meek is
Korg's
scissors.
what? Oh yeah.
because scissors beats rock. And,
Do we think
yeah.
this is the Nebula episode? Probably because
With the
Groot's
Nova Corps?
there. Even though
could be the Star-Lord episode? Star-Lord
Oh.
defeats the
that's
Avengers,
what
and this is some
Groot
kind of because if Star-Lord, even if Star-Lord's a young Celestial and it's 1988 or whatever, we don't know how old Groot or Korg or Meek are.
Yeah,
so
we don't
they
know
could
how
be,
those-
they could look
any
the
of those
same.
people-
He's looking a bit
age.
teen years.
Yeah,
Groot's looking a bit teen years in that one.
he's looking a bit teen.
Groot?
Teen.
But
Oh,
like
well,
Groot?
like a big teen.
Groot 1.0
Young
teen
adult?
or
Yeah,
Groot
yeah.
2.0
Young
teen?
adult.
Groot 1.0 teen. The first Groot that died at the end of the first Guardians movie, like that teen, maybe. Yeah.
okay. Cool.
Yeah. All right. That's fun. That is fun.
Is that
I
a
think-
fun one?
I think
Yeah.
that's going to be one of the best parts. We're always craving in these Marvel properties more cameos from all the characters I love.
Yes.
They can totally do that here.
There's no
right?
shortage
Yeah.
of them.
How fun. I mean, y'all remember the Chadwick Boseman, he recorded this, and then I think he was nominated for an Emmy after he had passed away for his voice performance as T'Challa. What if T'Challa became Star-Lord?
Yes.
And that episode was so fun because, he had, convinced Thanos to go a different way, and Thanos was a part of his crew.
Yeah.
That was so funny when he was like, I still think my plan would have worked, but they're like, no, Thanos, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. That was great. That was great.
Oh, yay.
Some questions and some comments here. Geek Outs had an important. They pointed out that bison are like megafauna, like moose. So maybe we are seeing a more historic bison or something.
Oh, like
Yeah.
a dinosaur bison?
Yeah, maybe something. Yeah,
Like
depending on how
a
early-
woolly mammoth-sized bison that maybe
Yeah.
went extinct.
Show that image.
That is so
Show
cool.
that
fun.
image
I
again.
like
That would be
this.
cool.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, but
But
they're
there's
they're
almost like an
glowing blue.
armadillo
Blue.
scale type of
But that could be,
exoskeleton, right?
fur in an animated stylization.
Okay, fair.
It could be bison hair in
Though
animation.
I will say off of your previous
Yeah.
theory, and to completely discredit this commenter, they are kind of glow. There's a little bit of a blue glow
But is
on
it
those
because
animals.
right? Are they getting picked up
Oh,
or?
is that
She's
off of
slowing
her?
all of them down.
It's the
And then
harness.
here's the other thing I thought of it too is listen, I know America the Beautiful, she certainly is indeed, but look at that image again, look at the backdrop. That made me think that we're in some kind of ancestral plane or some amazing
Yeah, like what's going on in
Like,
the sky? Because
yeah.
that could be like a mesa, like a
Yeah.
Great Plains, Death Valley, whatever, kind of in the background.
those
But like,
cosmos,
there's
I'm
some,
like,
yeah,
where
there's some
are
stuff
we?
going on
I'm
there.
going to
yeah.
coin a term,
Yeah.
tesseract-kinesis.
Tesseract
Whoa,
kinesis.
you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. That'd be great.
All right. So Ellie Finelli asks, I know we talked about Loki already, but do you think we will see Loki holding the timelines at any point in what?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Maybe just like the way that like the Watchers and like I'm Groot for like 2 seconds, he's like looking at him, you know. I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah.
We passed Loki.
To get technical, it depends when they got pushed back, if it aligned in the schedule or not.
That's true.
And maybe to continue on the technicality, maybe the delay made somebody go, you know what? We have time to add this little animated bit at the end of the last episode,
Tie it in together.
where we don't even need Hiddleston to come in and voice it. It's just going to be animated Loki, like holding up some things as we zoom out. You know,
That
it
would
could
actually
be
really
that.
cool. Yeah, no new voiceover needed or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
just throw in an extra shot. That'd be cool.
You would
Yeah.
think that like Watcher and Loki are like this by now.
I
yeah?
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you would hope.
I mean,
would
are
like
they one
neighbors
in
up
the
there.
It does
same?
have
Do they have the same role?
Yeah.
Like, or does Loki get to prune timelines?
Oh.
And Watcher doesn't get to do that, right? Watcher just observes.
Passive.
Yeah. I mean, in that same vein, Kobe-Wan Kenobi asked, do you think they'll try to establish any new multiverse rules this season?
Rules. Interesting.
Yeah, like how they establish absolute points, or
Yeah.
I think something like that last season. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no sacred timeline anymore.
I mean, isn't there? I think there is.
You
There's
think
a sacred
that's
timeline.
kind of what he's doing?
What are you doing?
You've
Is
got
that-
the job.
When you go to the gym,
Hired.
you're like, I'm holding the sacred timeline.
Oh, the timelines!
No, I think that there's a multiverse, and Loki is deciding to keep as many of these realities alive as possible. But I think that to keep everything in balance, he does have to go like, oh, we can get rid of this reality.
I would say
This one too. I don't
that
know.
What if is about breaking the rules of what we know, not making them.
Yeah,
This ain't the place for that.
yeah. So Watcher might break the rules a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Next question.
Do you, besides that one shot of Groot, do you think we see more Groot in this series? Ask Solaris 333.
Somebody's a real Groot fan.
That's
fan.
what
Sure.
they said.
Sure. I'm a real Groot fan. I just love Groot. Yeah, I think it's possible.
He could be in that Sakara episode.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
We've been
absolutely.
joking that it's like going to be like wacky races or whatever, where everybody gets a car,
Yeah.
and like
That's good.
That's what we need. We need wacky races back
Yeah,
somehow.
dude,
Yeah.
just with all the Marvel characters.
Penelope Pit Stop. Who
Yes.
Yeah.
Quick draw
do that.
McGraw.
could be that? Penelope? No.
It would probably
Babe.
be Anya Taylor-Joy. Quick, let's cast every person in Wacky Races if it was a real movie.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, like a
Actually,
live action.
Live
wacky-
action.
It's
Let's go.
100% Penelope
Peter
Pit Stop.
Perfect, Chris Evans.
Yeah. What about
Oh yeah.
Muttley, well, that's a CG dog. Voiced
Yeah,
by
but-
Jack Black.
Nice.
Dick
Oh.
Dastardly is going to
Yeah.
be played by Willem Dafoe.
Ah, this is great.
Damn,
Crushing
dude!
it.
Repackage this
Crushing
episode,
it.
Evan.
Crushing it.
This is a
Crushing
reel.
it.
This is gonna go viral.
Let's pull up the images of all the Wacky Races
Yeah,
characters. We'll
Dashiell,
do it
come
right
on.
now.
Where are you
Yeah,
at?
got it. The Mob Squad, those little guys.
No idea what this is.
What? No, you have no idea what
Evan,
this is?
I have
Oh,
no
it's
idea.
way before
Evan's
his
too young
time.
to know
We've
wacky
completely
races.
dated ourselves.
Dashiell, do
All
you
the-
know? Can I get a thumbs up? Do you know what? Do you know
did.
what
Yeah.
Wacky
Yeah.
Races is?
All the expanded universe
Babies.
of Hanna-Barbera characters.
Your babies.
And they put them in like a
No,
multi-episode.
they were original characters. They're original characters.
All of them?
They were not. You're thinking of Laugh Olympics.
I am thinking of
With
that.
Scooby, Jabberjaw. Oh, y'all didn't know I knew about Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah, he's very-
That's my shit. I know everything about Hanna-Barbera.
What are the rest?
Damn.
What are the rest of the races then?
I think one of them.
What about all
there's-
the men?
I think one of them was like the Caveman Brothers. That would hit each other.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Row, row, row.
Yeah.
There was an inventor. I forget his name. He had like it was like a Professor
Oh,
Frank
yeah,
type.
yeah,
Professor
yeah,
guy.
Pat
with flies
Pending?
sometimes.
What's that?
Professor Pat Pending.
He pulled it
Professor
up.
Pat Pending.
Oh,
What
and
a
Pat
great
Pending?
name.
Wow.
Yeah, so that needs to be a live action movie.
That's
and it needs to
fantastic.
be a kind of a Fast and Furious / Mad Max spoof, but it needs to be
It
like,
needs to
It's a-
learn everything from Speed Racer.
Yeah.
and why that didn't work.
Oh, well, maybe.
We might have to go to bat on that. Some
I
people would
mean-
argue that's a fun movie.
I would argue that that's an incredible movie, but I do admit it did not work for
No,
general
that's right.
audiences.
Most people
So
would.
Maud's right.
Yeah.
Maud's thinking like an executive over here.
Fair.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I get it.
Well,
I get it.
in like a little bit of It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World,
Yes.
or like
Yeah.
Cannonball Run or whatever. Like,
Yep,
gotta get or even Rat Race was the
Yep.
more recent version of that.
Gotta come in first
bunch of
place.
these characters gotta get across the country.
Yeah,
Love it.
that'd be great.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Yes, we have tangents sometimes, but it was wonderful to break down the What If episodes for season 2 with you. If you haven't subscribed to Breakroom channel, do it now. I'll wait. Thank you.
Yes, support Hector and Maude in all their endeavors. Follow them on social media to know about those. Follow the things on their t-shirts. And thank you all so much for watching.
Yay. Bye.